What's going on with my YouTube family? What's happening with my YouTube savages, guys? I'm absolutely excited to be bringing this one to you guys. It's another new brand for the channel, and it's actually a new brand for me. I haven't even smoked anything from this company on my own time. I've heard several great things, and my homie Don over at the Citizen by Clutch off Cherry Avenue, one of the bud tenders over there, guys. Man, you've been recommending this stuff for me for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Not this flower specifically, but the brand in general, guys. So his opinion so far has not let me down. That Rainbow Alien Cookies was fire, guys, in my opinion, especially for the price. $26 plus tax. One of the best deals on flower you guys are probably going to find in this program right now. Because like I mentioned in last night's video, guys, man, the prices are at an all-time high. Everything is almost doubled in price. Even the stuff that's like mid-tier, just average shit, it's like $40 plus tax for a tenth of weed. It's just absolutely insane. But it doesn't really matter to me, guys, because we got a job to do. You guys need to know what's good and what's not. And honestly, so do I, so I don't waste money a second time on stuff that isn't good. So we're just going to get the boring stuff right up out of the way on this one. You guys already know how we do it. Drop it in the comments what you guys are smoking. I always love seeing that. And drop it in the comments what you want to see me smoke next. I always take that stuff to heart, guys. I have a couple recommendations on the previous videos from the last few days that I'm definitely going to be getting around to. One of them is the dog patch from Certified and something from Woodward. I haven't even tried anything from Woodward because in the past I would spit at the prices that they're hawking for their flower, guys, like 80 bucks plus tax for a 5.6. But when it comes down to what I've been paying recently for like Clutch's flower, even Meigs County is like $300 an ounce, guys. Buckeye Relief, same. Pure Ohio Wellness is a little bit cheaper than that, it seems, but everything they're hawking out right now is in small buds, which is just like for that price. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the small buds, especially from Pure Ohio. Their stuff is fire, guys, by the way. I haven't had anything from them in a while. We're starting to ramble, savages. This is the Strawberries and Cream from Wellspring Fields. It is a sativa dominant strain. I haven't smoked a sativa in feels like at least a week. So this one's going to be nice. Thinking about going for a fucking walk after this to clear the savage's mind. And real quick before we even start this one, man, the channel has been doing great lately, guys, and it's all because of you. I cannot stress or express nearly enough to any of you savages how much each comment, each view, each like, all that stuff means the absolute world to me, man. Especially lately. I've been going through some serious trials and tribulations. Ace Hood, savages, but on the real though, this stuff has kept me grounded. I love it. It's a dream come true. It is an absolute blessing, and I am eternally grateful for each and every single one of you guys, man. So, let's get right up into this one. If you guys have enjoyed the videos lately, let me know. If there's anything you want to see me do different, let me know. I take everything to heart, guys. Constructive criticism is absolutely welcome on this channel. We ain't perfect. Sometimes we strive to be, guys, but it just is what it is. I would really, really take to heart any comments for any of you guys saying that you want to see something different, you want to see me do different type of videos. One of the savages wants to see some story times. I have unlimited amounts of stories, guys, because I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the channel. I am 3.5 years sober from drugs and alcohol, like real drugs and alcohol, guys. I still go to my meetings to this day. So, if you can imagine, I have quite a few fucking crazy stories of the years when I was doing all that crazy wild shit. So, if you guys would really want to see some story times, I'll roll up a bat and get right to it, guys. Strawberries and Cream from Wellspring Fields. Sativa flower, plant material for vaporization, of course. Net weight 2.83 G. Total THC on this one, damn, 28.46%, almost 29. Delta 9 THC is 0.19%, guys, and Delta 9 THCA is 32.24%, so almost 33%, guys, on the Delta 9 THCA. This, while they're claiming, it's a pretty strong fucking sativa for a flower, guys. So, 0% on the Delta 8 THC, and there is 0 total CBD, no CBDA, and no CBN. This was packaged, let's see here, guys, 4/30/2024. Actually, a little bit fresher than the stuff I smoked from Certified last night. Only like a month past the package date, like 30 days. So, we're all in the clear on that, guys, honestly. And I ain't tried nothing from them yet, but the stuff looks pretty good, man. And even feels pretty good. Like the bud structure feels dense. And I like dense weed. As long as it's still sticky and fresh for the most part, I think I might actually end up liking this one, guys. 33% overall. Let's smell this stuff, man. Strawberries and Cream. Let's see if it's just as good as that strawberry guava from Meigs County. That stuff was honestly very fucking good. One of the smoothest weeds I've had in a while. Like, you could just hit on it, savages, not even worry about coughing. Some people don't like that. I don't want to sit there with a joint and just every single fucking hit. How is that enjoyable? When you're smoking weed like that, savages, by the end of the joint, you're drooling, you got snot coming out of your nose. It's just fucking disgusting, right, guys? So, right off the bat, this one smells interesting, guys. Smells like some fresh flower. Almost smells like something from, this kind of smells like that Dolado, guys, from Riviera Creek. It has the exact same type of nose. So, I don't know however they're growing their stuff over there, but maybe it's similar to Riviera Creek, because I'd say on the nose, it's almost 1-to-1. I am getting subtle strawberry notes off this one, guys. Light, like fresh, fresca type strawberries. Sorry, guys. Mom Dukes was yelling at the puppies to get upstairs. We got a dog that likes to literally fucking run away from you just so you run after him, try to catch him. It's nuts, guys. Shadow, little fucker. Maybe I'll show you guys him on one of the videos soon, guys. So, nose on this one, it's not bad at all. Oop, we're about to show you guys these buds though, man, and see how you guys feel it looks. I don't think it looks bad at all either, guys. Check this shit out. Uh-oh. Let's zoom in on these buds, guys. Oh, shit. Pretty triked out, light green nuggets. I'm not gonna lie, this is giving me a slightly, I don't know. It doesn't look like exotic weed, and it doesn't really smell like it either. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right now. But this one was a little bit cheaper as well. It was $30 plus tax, so all in all, like $32 for this one. Still a hell of a lot cheaper than most of the stuff I've been picking up lately, guys. Let's do the stickiness test on this, man. Alright, savages. Bud structure, like I said, this stuff feels very, very dense. It actually does feel like it has some stickiness to it still, though. Let's find out, guys. Boop. I don't know. Okay, it surprised me. It felt a little bit dry on the outside of the bud, guys, but on the inside, ooh, and it smells decent. There is actually a slight creaminess to it, hence the name, guys, strawberries and cream. It's nothing crazy. The terp is not Speaking of the terp, I didn't even read that for you guys, man. Are you kidding me? Wait a second. Wait a second. They actually don't have the terp on here, savages. Am I tripping? Batch, harvest date, package date, expiration date, tested date. They actually don't advertise the terp on their package, guys. That is the first time I think I've seen that in a long time. I mean, I've only started checking all this stuff once I started the channel, but I usually look at the product facts because I like to see how flavorful the shit is. There is no terp on that package, guys, so I have no way of knowing how strong the flavor is supposed to even be on here. We're just going to straight up judge it for you savages, so fuck it, guys. Let me break down a nug of this stuff and roll it up. It does seem decently sticky. It's nothing crazy, though. This stuff does feel slightly dry. Slightly. It's nothing major. I'm not really bitching about it, but I do have to be honest with you guys, right? Give me 1 second to break this stuff down. By the way, it just smells like some fresh flower, guys. It has a similar smell to Meigs County's gelato and that Dolado that I reviewed from Riv Creek. Like, must have something to do with like how they're growing it in certain soil or using hydroponics. I really don't know, but it has such a similar smell to that Riv Creek flower, guys. It's undeniable with subtle strawberry, like fresh, real strawberry nose. Subtle though, with a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of creaminess. The terp, I don't know. We're just about to have to find out, but from the nose, this one isn't like crazy, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. It doesn't smell bad either. It's just not very pungent, if that makes any sense. Enough rambling about the stuff, guys. Let's get to smoking it. Real quick, savages, look at this stuff in the paper. I'll tell you guys right now, I am not totally blown away with like the stickiness or the freshness of the flower, because I definitely wish it was stickier. But do you guys see the keef on this fucking joint right now? It has totally covered the top layer and nothing but a layer of keef. So that's pretty ridiculous. It honestly, guys, looks a little bit similar to that stuff that I reviewed for you savages last night from Certified, except I would say that stuff looked a little bit more triked out than this one. I'm not really complaining. You guys might not like what I'm about to say on this one, But this reminds me of some flower that I would get back in the day before I even had my med card from maybe one of the plugs, a homie. It still looks great, still looks awesome, but it does kind of look like some weed that I'd be smoking on in like 2016, guys. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but looks ain't everything. I've always said that. They ain't everything. It's actually one of the least enticing things about a flower to me is how it looks, because I'm not going to be looking at it for very long before it's getting burned up in a raw paper, guys. That's just how I look at it. I'm more into the smell, the nose, the flavor and the effect, and obviously how smooth the stuff is on my throat, because these days, guys, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm getting older. Time is not going backwards, and my lungs are not what they used to be. I cannot be smoking flower that's unflushed, untrimmed, or just cured like shit. So, I will let you guys know right now, this is rolling up like some dense, dank weed. Like, it's still sticking to the paper. I mean, how could it not with all those crystals, guys? That is in no doubt helping. But man, I ain't gonna lie, this stuff's rolling up pretty good. Would it not be crazy if this stuff gave us a ring and cigar ash, savages? 1 second, because we're about to find out. Dry hitting this one, savages, it does not have a terrible taste. I'm just gonna be honest, it does taste like strawberries, a slight bit. Nothing crazy in my opinion, but it has like such a pleasant, fresh flower taste, guys. Like nothing like specific terp-wise. Just tastes like some really well-grown weed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I figured we'd come out here for this one. The birds are chirping. It's not too bad out. It's a little bit windy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but fuck it. This is the Strawberries and Cream, guys, by Wellspring Fields. Let's get it. We changed our mind on that one really fast, savages. It just started getting windy as fuck. I refuse to smoke a joint out in the wind. It fucks the burn up, it fucks the experience up, it fucks my enjoyment up, and sometimes it even fucks the effects up. So I'm gonna sit here, guys, like normal and just enjoy this one. First couple puffs. It does not taste bad, but I'm going to be honest, off those first 4 hits, it doesn't taste great either. It does have a subtle strawberry flavor. It doesn't taste artificial per se, so I do like that, but it doesn't taste like sweet in very many ways either. It just tastes like a fresh, fresca strawberry flavor, like almost slightly like watery strawberries. That's a weird comparison, savages, but it's kind of what I'm coming up with right now. On the burn, well, we're not even done with the flavor. First off, it does have that subtle strawberry note, but overall, this one, by smelling it and looking at it, savages, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be tasting something like this. I'm not going to lie. This tastes like weed. It just tastes like decent weed. There's not a whole lot of terp to this. That's probably why they're not even advertising the terp on the package, guys. This would have been fire a few years ago, but with the stuff on the market now, it's just like, it's very hard to find something I don't like. It really is. Everything is at least pretty fucking good to top shelf. There's not a whole lot of boof. I have had some, guys, but as I've said multiple times, that usually comes down to the stuff just being packaged way before you should be picking it up. So if you get something on a sale, check the package date. If they're selling stuff for dirt cheap, check the prices right now. You don't think there's something wrong with that flower if they're selling eighths and quarters for like $10, $15. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that at first until I picked up something from the botanist one day that was on sale for a crazy price. Like buy an ounce and get one for $10. So you get an ounce for $10. Yeah. They can't even give that shit away because it was just so old, so dry, so past the package date. The terp was dead, it looked dead, and it was dry. If I pick up a nugget, guys, and it starts sanding away in my fingers, these days, I'm not trying to be bougie or none of that stuff, guys. I'm eternally grateful for everything I have in my life, but we ain't smoking stuff like that anymore because it's going to fuck your throat up. You're going to get dry throat. You're going to be coughing, hacking, dry coughing. You know, it's not going to taste good either, and it's just going to be a fucked experience. Usually, if you're smoking weed that's that dry, for me anyway, Savages, by the end of a doobie, my chest hurts. Like, what the fuck? I'm not sitting there trying to feel like that after smoking a joint, guys. This is medicine. I want it to feel like medicine and alleviate my symptoms, not give me new ones. You know what I'm saying, guys? This one, though, on the burn, check it out for yourselves, guys. Not bad at all, Savages. Hold on, let me hit this one more again. Not bad at all. It's fairly white. It's not very black or gray. There is some blackness in there. I'm not going to lie. Focus. Camera. It is decently white, but it's mixed. It's peppery. It's mixed with gray, actually, and black ash. It's getting a slight resin ring. I thought that it might because, like I said, Savages, this was a dense one. Normally, I don't know what it is, but dense weeds resonate up quite a bit. But as you guys can see, that's not like a nicely colored resin ring. It's more like resonation. Like when you scrape resin out of a pipe, that type of color. When I lit up that Perp 43 doobie, and mind you, when I did that review, Savages, I barely put any weed in the paper because I wanted to taste it so good. I put like 0.7 in that paper. As soon as I lit it, it still got a golden halo of a resin ring, and that's exactly what the color was. I'm not hating on the burn of this stuff. It was not at exotic price, so I definitely appreciate that. They at least know that they're not getting top shelf on this one, because some companies just don't care anymore, guys. They will still sell mid-flower for like 40 to 50 bucks anymore, and I just don't know how they sleep at night. Now, with all that out of the way, that's not to say that I don't like this one. I am getting those strawberry notes. It's just, Savages, compared to some of the stuff that you can get these days, you can literally get flower that doesn't even taste like weed. It tastes so terpy, so magnificent, so crazy. You're just like, where the fuck? What planet did they grow that on? You know what I'm saying? This tastes like weed from back in the day. It tastes slightly better because of that strawberry terp. There is a slight creaminess to it as well. But I'm just going to have to say, overall, and it has a decent gassiness to it, but it's giving me that dryness in the throat. It's not terrible, guys. It's nothing really to complain too much about. But for the review, I am going to have to be honest with you guys. That's the effect I'm getting when I'm smoking this one. Flavor, I don't hate it. I definitely don't love it. I think I'm going to give the flavor on this one, guys, an 8 flat. It's around... I'd say it's around average. I'm not complaining about this. If it would be too much worse than this on the flavor, I probably wouldn't like it. But for what it is burning decently clean. It's tasting decently flavorful. It's just nothing major, guys, if that makes sense. I know I'm probably making this sound like it's not very good. If you guys are balling on a budget and you need some flour to hold you down that's not real expensive, you're probably not going to be disappointed with this one either. I mean, as you guys can see, it's starting to burn whiter now. But this does just remind me of some stuff I'd get from one of the homeboys like 5-6 years ago, guys. And I'm not making that up. I'm just being real. When it comes to the burn and the flavor on effects so far, that's probably my favorite thing about it. Real quick, though, burn, Savages. Man, because there's gray and black ash in here, it does have a resin ring. It's just a very dark one. It's sweating though. I'm not hating on this. I think I'm going to give the burn an 8 as well. It's average. It's nothing too crazy though. It's nothing that's crazily above average, and it's definitely not top shelf. I'm just being real with you guys. But for what this is, if you don't have 50 bucks to drop on 2.5 grams of weed, guys, which who does really? Let's just be honest. I'm doing this because of the channel. You know, we're trying to follow our dreams here, Savages. If it wasn't for that, you think I'd really pay 50 bucks for 2.5 G's of weed? Come on, Savages. Come on, man. But for what this is, $30 plus tax, you could get almost a quarter of it for $60, maybe a little bit more with the tax. The further this J goes down, it does burn better. And like I said, the dryness in the throat is not crazy, Savages. I need a drink. But it is there. It's not overly smooth. I wouldn't be screaming to go pick this one up again. I'm just being honest. I think in terms of effects for a sativa, This is like 33% overall when it comes to the Delta 9 THC, which is really the main component that's going to get you stoned. And then there's the terpenes, guys, but they don't even list the terp on this one, probably because there barely is any. I mean, I'm just tasting good weed. Like, it's good weed. It's not great weed. It's not amazing weed. It's not top shelf. It's good weed. I'm not complaining about it. If it's all I had, I would definitely smoke it. I wouldn't sneeze at it or nothing like that, savages. And I've seen weed that burns way, way, way worse than this. I mean, it is still fairly white. Let me show you guys what it looks like now. I feel like I owe it to you because it looks a lot better. Boop. Okay, that's what it's hitting on now. But as you guys can see, it is still a little bit peppery, a little bit black on the outskirts there. And that is not like totally white ash. If you guys could see it in person, maybe you could tell a little bit better. But it's like white and gray mixed. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably, in terms of burn and flavor, it's gotta be one of the less impressive weeds that I've smoked in a couple weeks, but we've been going for like the best of the best lately, guys. So it's not really fair to compare this one to that, because even going into it, I wasn't really expecting like a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It was a budget flower at a decent price from a new company that I really wanted to try. I don't hate this whatsoever. This actually kind of tastes like an old school strawberry cough, guys. It tastes like some good weed with subtle strawberry terp in there. That's about what you're getting, but the effects are nice. Sativa dominant. This is one of the only sativas I've had that actually affects me down here in the body, guys. I feel it throughout my whole body. Like, I don't know. I just feel like moving my arms and legs. It's kind of a weird sensation. I feel like maybe I've been talking a little bit of crap about this one so far in the video, guys, but when it comes to the effect, though, we're only halfway through this one, and I'm actually starting to feel pretty fucking good, even in the head, but it's not like an anxiety-fueled sativa feeling. It's not a paranoia-ish sativa feeling. Mind you, I do have a decent tolerance. This is the first joint I've smoked today, though, savages. Midday, mid-afternoon, actually going on early evening now. This one, I don't know, it's got me wanting to go take a walk. Kind of got a lot of stuff on my mind right now anyway, savages. I was planning on doing that in the first place, but this one has actually got me feeling like doing that now. I ain't smoked too many sativas that actually made me feel like it gave me energy. That's what everyone thinks sativas do, but for me personally, guys, they have never really given me energy. Sometimes they're nice to wake up with. A nice, light, low-testing sativa, maybe like a 18, 19%er. If it's grown well and has some nice flavor and burn and all that stuff, guys, which Buckeye Relief was really holding it down in terms of those type of flowers for a while, but I haven't been buying their stuff either, guys, because I've tried a couple since the price increase. The stuff is still the same quality that it's always been. Buckeye Relief stuff is just as good as a lot of these other companies in their own right, but I do not, if I don't even think Clutch is worth that money, I definitely don't think Buckeye Relief is worth that money, or any of these other brands that usually are only like $20 for their tenths. So it's just, but that's the last time you guys are going to hear the savage bitch about the prices. Everybody's upset about the prices. I mean, who wouldn't be? It just is what it is. The price is never going to affect the score. And that's how it is, guys. We're here to review the flower. Just make pretend that I found this. You know what I'm saying, savages? It's burning fucking slow. We're 23, 24 minutes in. Now, mind you, Savage does like to talk sometimes, but that's kind of akin to this weed right now. It's making me want to talk. Like, my thoughts are going. My mouth won't stop going. That's what it seems like anyway, guys. My eyes are even getting a little bit low. When it comes to the effect, I'm not bitching about this whatsoever. That is actually the saving grace on the strawberries and cream, guys. I'm not going to lie. In terms of effect, without even having to smoke the whole thing, I mean, I feel fucking great, dude. I feel baked. I'm going to give this one an 8.9 out of 10. I mean, I'm more into indicas most of the time, guys, but for what this is, to smoke this late in the day, I mean, it is going on like 5:30 right now, savages. I don't usually smoke sativas this late in the day because sometimes they'll keep me up late and shit. Is what it is. But what I am starting to notice when it comes to the sativas, guys, in the program anyway. Can only speak on that. There has been quite a few of them now that I've got that I'm like, man, a sativa's never really made me feel quite like this. Like I just mentioned, a couple from Buckout Relief. I mean, they got a couple sativas, guys, that straight feel like hybrids. I mean, they're great. This one kind of feels like a hybrid. I feel it in my body as much as I feel it in my head. And I feel relaxed in the body. It's not a bad feeling. It's not a jittery feeling either. It's just like my muscles, savages, feel like they want to move. It's weird. So I am absolutely not hating on this one whatsoever. I do remember when I picked this up the other day at the Citizen, guys, Jillian, one of the bud tenders over there, the one that recommended the lemon cherry gelato, guys, or picked the jar out last week, she told me that she did actually try this one. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this one, Jillian, because I'm not hating on this one whatsoever, guys, honestly, but I'm not loving it either. This, in my opinion, is the closest thing to street bud that I can remember from back in the day, even picking this stuff up, that I've got in Ohio's program in some time. If I'm being honest, every single fucking thing almost, that I've reviewed in the last like 3 to 4 weeks has been phenomenal. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Even the stuff that hasn't been as good, maybe as some of the others, has still been well above average. I mean, I'm just seeing 9s, high 8s, 9s across the board. I think effect on this one is an 8-9, but I'm not going to rate the flower an 8-9 overall. Just because the burn and the flavor got an 8. I'm going to have to combine those together, guys. What are we coming up with on the strawberries and cream? I like it. I would definitely recommend this to somebody who wants a nice, chill sativa that also gets you baked at the same time, because this one does feel potent, but it's relaxing, strangely, savages. Like, I feel relaxed. I feel baked. That's for sure. I mean, a lot of the times I'll smoke a sativa, guys, especially the way I said that sounded funny as fuck. A lot of times when I smoke a sativa that's up in the 30% ranges, savages, it doesn't usually give me the feeling that this one is. I usually only get this relaxation type feeling from lower testing sativas. But the terp really does have a lot to do with the effect. I'm starting to realize that, guys, not every single sativa is going to feel the same. Actually, I'm starting to realize that every single strain has its own specific feeling, guys. We can compare certain things here and there, but for the most part, I don't really get two things, guys, and think that they smoke exactly alike. That's what is so amazing about this plant. It just comes out in so many different awesome ways, different smelling ways, different looking ways, different, even the stickiness, like everything about it is just amazing, guys. I would do this to the day I die, for fun at that, guys. So, strawberries and cream, 8.7 out of 10, guys. I'm not hating on this one whatsoever. I don't have a lot of, like, things I'm upset about at it. I'm not mad that I bought it, if that makes sense, guys. And fuck it. This one's burning really slow, too. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but since I got fucked up with my battery on my phone yesterday, guys, and I ended up not being able to give you the 30-some minute video on certified strain last night, here it is, a 30-minute video on Wellspring Fields, guys. A chill one. We just sat here and kind of chopped it up for a little bit, guys. I absolutely enjoyed it. 8.7 on this one. This one's giving me like a fucking euphoria in my stomach, savages. Like, I feel it. It feels like slight butterflies creeping up in my gut. That is crazy. That is crazy. I don't get euphoria from weed very often, guys. What the F? Not like that. Like, I'm getting waves of, like, butterflies in my stomach. It's crazy. And I'm starting to feel faded in the eyes. Like, they just keep getting lower, lower, and lower. And now I'm talking slower and slower and slower. It feels like a hybrid. I'm just being real. 33% sativa. Would not have guessed that it was going to feel like this. You guys could probably tell I'm fucking baked, man. So what else do we got right now for the weekend, guys? I have the Super Lemon Dog Cluster pod, which I actually am pretty excited for. The terp is hitting like 7% almost on that one. Last time I tried to pick it up, they were like out of stock or something. So that's going to be awesome. I've only had that flower one time. They barely ever bring it around. Drop it in the comments if any of you savages have tried Clutch Cannabis's Super Lemon Dog. But what else do we got? Certified's Kush Face. Bro, those birds are being extra loud. Certified's Kush Face, really excited for that one. I think it's a motor breath cross, and I love anything that's a good OG, really, guys, if it's done well. I love it. Certified has done nothing but really impress me. Everything I've tried in my life, and for the channel now, guys, since we did the first video on them last night, really excited for that. If I see that strawberry fucking Gary anytime soon, I'm picking that up to smoke for you guys. But really, I just want to smoke more of it, period. Like, I've only had it once, and that was one of the ones that got me to look at Certified in the first place. Like, oh, they got some good stuff too. Of course, the Savage had to spit. My trademark, guys. So 8.7 on Wellspring Field Strawberries and Cream. Definitely didn't hate it. I smoked the whole fucking thing. I didn't cough too much either. So even though it did give me a slight dryness in the throat at the start, guys, it's not terrible now. My chest doesn't hurt. None of that type stuff. This is some definitely clean flower. You guys might not have even expected I was going to give it that high of a rating towards the end. But the effect is so good on this one. I really just can't deny it. The effect alone almost got a 9, guys. Keep that in mind. Even though the burn ain't my favorite, I'm just going to be honest, the flavor's really not neither. This is one of the most subtle tasting strains when it comes to flower that I've tried from the Dispo, and I don't know, guys, a good, like, longer than weeks. It's been a couple months since I've had one that was like this, I don't know, axed on the flavor. I mean, it still tastes good, though. It doesn't taste like a bad weed. That's what's most important. You know, like some of these new wave flavors on the strains and stuff. I know there's a lot of you savages, I don't know how many exactly, out there that really don't give a fuck too much about fruity tasting weed, candy weed, or any of that dessert type shit. I like it when it's done well, but I do not like smoking that all the time either. I actually like a lot of the old school strains, guys. I like piney, lemony sativas when they're done well. I really like the lemon slushy from Clutch. I like a good deal of lemon flavored weeds in this program, actually, guys. Like I said at the start of the video, in my opinion, overall, we've got some pretty good stuff in the program. I don't get stuff that I'm disappointed with very often. I'm not even disappointed with this one. And like compared to some of the top shelf flower I've reviewed in the last week or so, it's nothing compared to those, but I'm still honestly happy with it. I'm not mad at this whatsoever. If you just want to get baked and have a decent tasting weed, this one's at a nice price, guys. It is not too expensive, 30 plus tax, and that was not on sale. Give it a shot. Up until the next one, guys, drop it in the comments what you guys are smoking. If you enjoyed this one, hit it with a thumbs up. If not, hit it with a thumbs down. I never say no to constructive criticism, savages. We welcome that here. We want to keep getting better and better and better. Absolutely. And as always, stay blessed, guys, and stay savage. You guys are a blessing. You have no idea how many times you guys make my day with the comments, with the likes, with the views, with the motivation to keep grinding hard as fuck on this channel, guys, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. I will see you savages in the next one. Peace, guys.